The short version of why I carve, why I like to carve so much, is because it's awesome. We've been making carvings for 2 million years, so it's just an amazing tradition to step into. I was so fortunate to get this piece of wood. So I counted 204 rings on this. There are clearly more than that. So this tree was pretty old, and it was cut probably 100 years ago. To cut into this, you're cutting into the past, you're cutting into history. So it's a pretty amazing thing. This is the only medium I know of that was alive, so this is a being that I'm about to hack into. This is a splash that happens in 100th of a second or whatever. But as a carver, you're carving back in time. So this splash, in actuality, took, 60 or 70 years. The title of this is Fortress, and it really comes from watching my own 2 kids make fortresses in my living room and in their room. They make these incredible things. At any point, if you just are looking at one side of it, you don't get what is happening. You don't get who's under there, what the pose is, if there's more than one person under there. So it really demands that you see it in the round. Working in wood is sort of managing disaster and serendipity at the same time. I think you have to be patient. I think you have to get over yourself because you're negotiating with a material that is organic and is filled with all sorts of surprises. The smart money's on using those surprises to your advantage if you can. Hands and feet, I think, are amazingly wonderful. And I think about hands all the time because that's how I make my living, is with my hands. The other thing is that trees have limbs. And so referencing that in the work is not an accident. They have limbs and my work does too. So they're a progression of the material itself. A lot of this stuff is suggested by the material of wood. People ask me all the time if this is one piece of wood, and the answer is no. So the idea with this was to make the endless carving, to make something that really had no end. So I'll probably carve sections of this chain for the rest of my life. This is a redwood timber, and it was this tall, and I started here, and I carved a little circle, and I carved straight down. The reason I first started carving wood is probably why people first started carving it a zillion years ago. It's so available. It's free. I was finding it on train tracks, these giant timbers, and you didn't require special tools or all the stuff that's required for stone carving. It's kind of the redheaded stepchild in the carving world in that way. Carving is getting married, it's not dating. So I will definitely be spending lots of time over the next few months and maybe possibly years with this piece of wood, and we will know joy and heartache together, no question about it. So.